The World Economic Forum is calling on governments around the world to criminalize climate inaction with severe penalties. In a recent article, Klaus Schwab's unelected organization argued that failing to comply with the globalist green agenda violated human rights. Most civilized nations around the world punish human rights violations harshly. In the U.S., for example, in cases where human rights violations result in death, a person can be sentenced to life imprisonment or the death penalty. Green agenda advocates and their corporate media allies frequently promote the narrative that the so-called climate crisis kills people. Those found guilty of denying so-called global warming could be sentenced to death if climate inaction is deemed a human rights violation. According to the WEF article, climate-related lawsuits will increase in the years to come as climate deniers are responsible for the, quote, record-breaking number of heat-related deaths. I've debunked that in past reports. There's been no increase in heat-related deaths anywhere in the world in the past 20 years. While we can hope that no one, not even our captured federal government, would take this idea seriously, Canada is on board with the climate agenda to a degree matched by few other countries. Recently released documents reveal the Liberals' Climate Change Department paid the World Economic Forum to produce a report that made an economic case for their environmental agenda, including the ever-increasing carbon tax. In August 2019, the Environment and Climate Change Department's then-Minister Catherine McKenna gave almost $500,000 taxpayer dollars to the WEF to produce the report, as revealed in response to an order paper question sent by Conservative MP Leslyn Lewis. In the report provided 6 months later, the WEF sourced papers favoring a carbon tax. It concluded its policy recommendations by stating, "What is required is bold policy ambition and decisive political leadership to signal that business as usual is no longer viable." Just months later, in December 2020, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced a significant hike in his government's carbon tax scheme, one that would raise the tax on fuels to $170 a ton by 2030.